Hare Krishna. So today we will discuss verse 1 of chapter number 1 of Bhagwad Gita, and we will continue with one verse in one of the sessions. So before discussing this verse, let us know how Bhagwad Gita will help us in improving our lifestyle. So sometimes we have experienced, we might have witnessed that we our mind or sometimes we faces low esteem, sometimes we have some negative views about something, sometimes we feel very low, shameful, and looking at the world with fear. Now reading of this scripture will transform us with respect to three things. That is, we will have the God views, we will have the world views, and we will have the self views. Now, what does it mean that is the God views, self views, and the world views? That is, with respect to God views, it refers to impartial. Impartial, that is, for the good things, we get reward by God, and for our bad action, we get punishment by God. So God is impartial, and depending upon our actions, whatever work we have performed, we get the result. And whenever we have done something good, then we obviously we get the reward, and that is because of the God, and we must accept that as the fruits or the prasad of God. From friend, we have the kind and compassion. It is the God view, and God is nothing but it is my own self. It is the self of one's own. One has its own view about world and God. Bhagavad Gita helps us by having one particular oneself, positive, holistic self view, realistic world view. And it also helps us to give us the strength and energy to face different challenges in life. Gita will give us proper God view, and all confusion about our own view, our view towards world, our view towards God. So let us chant the first verse. And Gita, it means the verse has to be song, it has to be sung. Gita, when we add a, Geet plus a, that is Geet, in the form of song, we have to chant this verse. So first verse was chanted, in fact, in the entire Bhagavad Gita, which has 700 verses, the first verse, the only one verse was chanted by Dhritarashtra. And through this verse, he is asking his minister Sanjay what is happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We can chant this verse as Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samvetayo Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Kurvat Sanjaya. Dharma Kshetre. Dharma Kshetre, that is the land where war happened to restore the righteousness over unrighteousness. Second word is Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra, it is the name of place and where the battle of Mahabharata took place. Samveta, it refers to the armies of Kauravas and the Pandavas that were assembled in the battlefield. Yujutsava, the desire to fight in the battlefield. All the soldiers of Kauravas, and the Pandav were there in the battlefield with the desire to fight. Mamaka, Dhritarashtra is asking to Sanjay. Mamka here, it refers to my sons, that is the sons of Dhritarashtra. Pandavas Chaiva, Pandavas, the Pandu sons. Kim Kurvat, what did they do? That is all the Pandav and the Kauravas who were present in the battlefield. What did they do in the battlefield? And Sanjay, who was the minister of Hastinapur. So through this verse, Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjay, what did their sons and the Pandu's sons did in the battlefield of Kurukshetra? Again, Dhritarashtra asks his minister Sanjay what their sons and the sons of Pandu did in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, who were assembled together with the objective of fighting. And as we know that the battle of Mahabharata was fought for 18 days, Dhritarashtra asks Sanjay about the situations on the ground of the battlefield of Kurukshetra on the 10th day of war. Also, Sanjay first said about what Duryodhan did in the battlefield, followed by Bhishma, the Drona, then Arjun, and in the last about Shri Krishna. So that was the literal meaning of the first verse. In fact, in Bhagwad Gita chapter number 1, there is very less or nothing about the spirituality. However, it is better to understand the crux of chapter number 1 in order to understand or grasp the theme of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Thank you.